I think my no is important and why it matters is because I too have been in those women's same shoes.
My no is important because I give people the opportunity to come into my circle and my atmosphere, and nothing should ever be forced.
My no is important because at the end of the day, when I mean something, I mean it.
Found myself in trying to heal, but now I know that no one can tell me that I'm not loud enough or I'm not good enough.
My no is important because I feel like it's a violation of everything.
Unfortunately, experienced both of those situations more than once.
I think my no is important and why it matters is because I too have been in those women's same shoes. Got into a relationship. At first it was very wonderful, everything I ever wanted. You figure I was getting everything in the world. A few years later, he started getting very jealous, very commanding, very controlling. He started controlling my career and the modeling career that he helped me build.
Sometimes we as women throughout our lives experience situations where a person doesn't understand no. And a person continues to either A, try to press and convince you, or B, they take it upon themselves to use force. And I've been a person who's unfortunately experienced both of those situations more than once.
My no is important because, well, no just means no. I shouldn't have to give an explanation on why it means no or why my no is less significant than your no. No one should ever be forced to do anything they don't want to do. Everyone's no should mean just no. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
My no is important because at the end of the day, when I mean something, I mean it. It brings my strength together. It makes me strong. It makes me understand that this is my life and you can't dictate it no more.
There's a lot of things that happen in the world that we really can't control. There's war, there's famine, there's poverty, there's, racism and everything else. And to just have somebody not even respect your words, a simple no, can really shatter everything inside of your world.
I feel a no is important because the word no, in a sense, gives someone a sense of who they are. When you go against that person's no, it's like you're trying to take away from that person's character. Like you're trying to belittle that person, let that person know that you stand above them. But that's not how it works.
Hey, yo, Ma!
No, thank you.
Hey! Nah, baby, I said it was good. Hey, come here.
It took me about 5 years before I was able to see the truth and what was really going on that everyone kept telling me about that I just wasn't listening to. But I finally decided on my 26th birthday or a little bit before my 26th birthday that I was going to leave. And I finally left him. When I finally did, he did not take that rejection well. He did not like it. I had gotten every offer in the book that you can think of. He offered to take me out of town for my birthday, everything. And when he realized he couldn't reel me back in, he started showing up to my family's house every day, every night, anywhere from midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning. He sent threats out to me if I didn't come back to him, what he would do, that he would have people watching for me. On top of that, he also made a flyer on my 26th birthday of 6 nude photos of me completely nude from the neck down. As a woman, I feel like my no is important and matters because as a woman, that is very degrading, especially when you're well known in the industry and in the community. And I understand what it means when we say no, and a man says that because we're pretty or our looks means something different. That's not true. So I stand with you and I understand what you mean when we say no means no. We mean no, no matter what our expressions look like, no matter how pretty we are. Please hear my story, know that I'm with you, and any model or other models that go through this, I understand.
I like to say, imagine if you had a daughter or your sister or your mother, or even just to flip the script a little bit, your son, your brother, your uncle, your grandparents, having to tell somebody no over and over again because it's against their will. No just means no.
Yeah, just like that. All right. Okay. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I put the hip out a little bit more. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So what I think I like, I like these for the magazine and everything. They work. But now we're gonna do something for my personal portfolio I'm trying to build, okay?
Oh, but we didn't talk about that earlier.
I understand, it's I'm gonna make sure that I share all the images with you. This is just, for some artistic freedom, that's all.
I don't think that's what I want to do for my portfolio.
Look, I wasn't asking you. So, if you don't wanna do it, it's totally fine. But you can scratch the rest of these too. And I mean, you do got some dope shots. I just wanna make them a little better. A lot better, actually.
Okay, no, I don't think this is gonna work. I can't do this for you.
But that's disappointing.
So, there was a time when I remember it was hard to trust myself, to understand that I have a voice. So I used to stay quiet. And when I would stay quiet, I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. And I didn't know that you're not supposed to touch me somewhere. I didn't know that the twins, one was a man and one was a girl, that my no-no square was exactly that, a no. Instead, I kept going. And I thought it was right because she was my friend. I thought it was right because my parents told me to respect my elders. I thought it was right because they were taking care of me and I didn't know how serious it was. Now I have my own kid. And for me, I think that's why I'm scared to let him be with somebody else or be taken care of by somebody else. I don't want him to go through what I went through. I want his no to be heard. He deserves better. So my goals and my dreams for him is that if anything ever happens, then he'll tell me. And he'll tell me that he said no and that they told him to stop doing it. So I need for you to understand that it's okay to speak up when you're young. It's okay to speak up when you're old. Wrong is wrong. And if you don't feel like it's right, then tell somebody. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your friend, tell your cousin. Tell someone who will listen, because at the end of the day, we have to speak up louder. And we have to speak up frequently. So just know you're not alone. And our no means no.
Really know much about men and about sex, So I had a roommate and she had a boyfriend that when I got drunk, we had common barracks and he had come over looking for her and she wasn't there. So he came on to me and I didn't know how to say no because I was drunk. And it ended up being that the things that happened in the room, that when I did tell him no, because I didn't say it loud enough, is what my first sergeant at this time told me. It didn't matter. Looking back on it, now I know that I always have to stand up for myself. So I started modeling because I wanted to find myself again. I've done that. I've been to New York Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week. I found myself in trying to heal. But now I know that no one can tell me that I'm not loud enough or I'm not good enough. So today it's just about making sure that everybody knows that if you really want to, you can always heal. But it's always good to talk to people also. So that's why I did this today. I've never talked about it, so here I am.
So I'm happy we came out tonight.
I am too. I had such a good time.
Yeah, you would. This is our date right here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little candles. We need some candles, but I need those lips, though.
Like a kiss?
Yeah. Make this nice little setting for us.
Okay. Actually, let's wait.
For what?
I just think we're having such a good time right now. We're enjoying each other's vibe. Like, I just think.
Get that real quick.
No, I think we should just wait.
What's wrong?
I just don't think now is the perfect time. Maybe we should wait.
Get that real
I
quick.
said no. No means no.
No means.
Stop.
Oh, buckethead trick. Get out of here, man.
Really?
But I learned from someone else that's important in my life that you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and don't let that situation cause you to die inside. You were wonderfully and fearfully made, and no matter what someone else takes it upon themselves to do, you are still precious, you are still wonderful, you are still beautiful, you are still strong and courageous. So I encourage you to go get up, smile, look at yourself, still feel that wonderful self-worth of who you are, and continue to let everyone know that no means no.
My no is important because I feel like it's a violation of everything, from my emotional state, my mental state, my physical state. I just feel like if I tell someone no, that they should respect my space and back up. So at any time, I can say no. Rather, if I decided to engage in the interactions with you and at that time I feel uncomfortable and I say no, you should back up. So I'm just asking everyone to teach their girls and to teach their boys to learn to say no when you are uncomfortable at any time. No matter what you have consented to in the beginning, if at any time you feel uncomfortable, make sure you say no. And also, if you receive a no from someone, please make sure that you back up, because my no means no.
No is important primarily because without that word, there will be no rules, there will be no regulations, there will be no understanding of each other. There will be no permission. Could you imagine having somebody just do what they wanted to you, even if you didn't want it? Even if you did, but you weren't ready for it at that particular moment. I just want to encourage people to say no, and actually mean no, without explanation, without giving them any kind of reason as to why you said no at that particular moment. Just say no. And for the men out there, like myself, if you see a woman that's already in a situation and she's trying to get out of it, help. 'Cause you're not by yourself. Everybody means no at some point. From now on, we're gonna make sure that it stands.
As men, we should embrace a woman's no. We should back a woman's no. We should let her know that whatever she says, whatever she stands for, we're willing to stand there for her, that we have her back, that we're not gonna take anything from her. It's important to respect a person no. As a U.S. Army soldier, I took an oath. And it's an oath I hold near and dear to my heart, and that is to serve and protect the people of the United States of America. And because of that oath, because of my character, because of my integrity, because of my respect for a woman's no, I will always stand and have a woman's back when it comes to her no.
My no is important because it stands for who I am. If I tell you no, it means exactly that. No means no. Never let anyone make your no turn into a yes, because you're going to lose yourself. My no means if I don't want to do something, absolutely means I don't want to do it, and respect it. And if women out there, if you're not getting that respect, then leave. You are worthy, you are confident, you are bold, and most of all, self-love is more important than anything. Stand by your no. Control your no. We might can't control what's going on around us. We might can't control what's going on in front of us. But we damn sure can control what's going on with us and what's going on with us inside. So stand firm on that no.
Learning now more than ever to put my foot down and say it even more, because I will not be taken advantage of anymore, and I will not give up my power like I used to. When I mean it, I say it, and I'm standing here, and that's why I believe in it, and why my no is so important, and why it matters, because I feel like if there's others out there with a similar story, and I hope that they can understand that it will get better, and they don't need to stick around for it, they don't need to deal with it, and don't give up your friends and family. Maybe you need to listen to them, because sometimes they are right, sometimes love will blind us, and that's okay, because they will always be there no matter what. I have my friends and family back now, and I'm thankful for them every step of the way, and I'm so much happier, so much healthier. But once again, like I said, I stand with you guys, and my no means no, so remember that.